Kajabi is an all-in-one platform that helps creators take their businesses online. It covers all of the things that you might need in order to market and sell your stuff. So I've been using it for about 5 years now. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the three things that I just love about Kajabi and the three things that I really don't love. So let's jump right in. So out of these three things that I love about Kajabi, they're all pretty great. I'm not going to say I love one of them more than the others, but I'm going to start with this. Kajabi does a really good job at integrating all of the things together into one space. And this saves you a lot of time in learning and using the stuff. So you don't have to jump between platforms to do different things. And you don't have to use tools to connect different platforms to get your things done. It's all under one roof. Now let's just take a quick look at how Kajabi does it. So here's the dashboard of Kajabi, and you can see over here on the side that all of their products, all of their features are just all right in one area, from the websites to payment collection, email campaigns and all of your marketing, all your course products, your people's list and insights, analytics. It's all here under one area. There's no jumping in and out of different programs or platforms, and there's no jumping into really, much different spaces of Kajabi. It's just all right here. It saves you time not only in using it, but in learning how to do it. And that is one of the biggest things. People have often said to me that I would like to do this and I've got this great idea, but I just know it's going to be so hard with all this tech that I've got that I'm using. So I just don't do it. And that's an obstacle that honestly you just don't need, because there are things like Kajabi that do it all for you and just make it a lot easier. So having all of these features wrapped up into one platform is one of the things that I just love about Kajabi. The second thing that I just love about Kajabi is the company itself. They're so focused on becoming better and building out more features and improving things and being connected to the creator industry and economy that they're just a great company to be partnered with for my business. I mentioned that I've been using Kajabi for about 5 years now, and so many things are different now than when I started, but my price has stayed the same. And I'm sure that 5 years from now, it'll be even better than it is right now by a lot. So these are some of the things that have changed since I've been a Kajabier. Here in the products area, coaching didn't used to exist. Neither did newsletters or downloads. And the community was completely redone. If we move into sales, Kajabi now is a payment provider. They work off of the Stripe network. And so payouts and payments, carts is different, and invoices is new. All of these things they've been able to add as they become their own payment provider. The branded app is completely new, as well as the Creator Studio. Under contacts, Insights is new. And if we come into marketing and go into email campaigns, you can now do A/B testing on emails. You can get different functions with event emails. And I should mention too that in websites and landing pages, they have A/B testing on landing pages. So that's a lot to update in just, 5 or so years. This company is really dedicated to improving, to staying on top, to staying at the top, and to just doing a good job. So that is the second thing. Now, before I go into the third thing, why don't we talk about some of the things that I don't like? And the thing that I get frustrated the most with about Kajabi is their text boxes. It's kind of a really specific thing, but it's annoying. And let me show you why. So here's a landing page, and I'm in this text box here. These buttons up here really give me a lot of control. But there's text boxes in a few different spots in Kajabi. If I come into the email space, you'll notice this right here, font size. That's a big one that I'd like to be everywhere. Underline, colored background color, and attachment. Those are things that just aren't here. I also have a colored background here, but over in this area, I don't. I've got these other things. In this area, I've got an upload image. but that's not in the email or the landing page space. So it's these inconsistencies in the text box controls that's just a pain in the neck. Another thing that I don't find very great in Kajabi is their analytics area. It's just been hard for me to use to find specific page views and offer purchases and things like that. I find the organization of it and just how things have been ordered just hasn't been that great. Now, Kajabi has actually, and going back to one of the points I love about them, has been putting a lot of effort into developing this and has made a lot of improvements over the past, 5 or 6 months. And if we come into the analytics page, we can see that they're actually even continuing to try and develop this and make it better. And there's a spot here where you can collect feedback. So when I mentioned that Kajabi really wants to be connected to their audience and to develop in ways that are good, they really make it easy for you to reach out to them and let them know what you want. The last thing that I don't like about Kajabi so much is the limitations that they put on page design. And this can also be in email, but in email and landing pages, sometimes you want to just do a little bit of design work that is really difficult or not something you can do with the regular constraints that Kajabi has in place. Now, this is kind of a catch-22 because it also ties into something that I really like about Kajabi, and that's how easy it is to use. So my last point about what I love is how easy it is to use Kajabi. And I've found that it's just an easy platform, probably because everything's so integrated. When you're working on one area or in one space, the skills and things that you're learning are applicable in other spaces. And when you are always in the same ecosystem, you just start to pick things up better and easier. Another thing that they've done to make it really easy is within page design, they have set constraints. So you're not starting from just a completely empty page, so to speak. They've got some guidelines and parameters that when you add content to the page, it goes into these spots. And yes, you can move them around, but it's not as open and endless possibilities as it could be, which makes it a lot easier to manage because you don't get stuck in this cycle of questioning and wondering and trying to determine what's right. You just have limited options compared to endless options. It's kind of a weird thing to think about, but it does make it easier to get your stuff done. On the other side of that coin is that you're limited. And so that is one of the things that's kind of a problem. And as I look at other websites and as I see other platforms, I see features that I think would be great to have in Kajabi. So on one hand, I appreciate how simple it is to use, but on the other hand, I wish that there was more. Now, I feel like I'm an advanced Kajabi user since this is my job, so that could be one of the reasons why I'm looking for more, because I already have a good grasp and handle on what Kajabi currently offers in its design mechanics. Kajabi does aim to be a tool that anyone can pick up and use and manage themselves. So they really are aware at making it user-friendly. And the constraints that they have in place and the way that they've set up their page designers makes it so that somebody can do that without being overwhelmed or without not getting confused and not knowing what to do. So all in all, I'd say it's a good decision by Kajabi and a win. But from my personal experience, I do wish that there was a little bit more control over what can be done. So that wraps up my opinions about Kajabi, the 3 biggest pros and the 3 biggest cons for me personally. I'd love to hear your experience with Kajabi, so leave some of those tidbits of yours in the comments below. If you're interested in exploring Kajabi for yourself, as a member of their partner program, I can give you a 30-day free trial. And I also give those people who use my trial links bonus support to help them flatten the learning curve, to help them get the most out of their trial experience, and specifically to help them know if Kajabi is the tool that they want to use for their business. All the details about that are in the description notes.